it's 2024, dog. Like,
I know.
What do you not know what your kids watch on YouTube? I bet you don't, because it's way worse than anything you've heard at even my comedy shows. And that's not an exaggeration. Go through your kids' TikTok, why don't you?
There we go, too.
Perfect. However you want it, buddy. Am I on the center line?
Yeah.
Like in my head.
Now that's what I thought. Well, first of all, let me start this. Welcome.
Hey, what's
Austin
going on?
Williams,
Hi, guys.
52 Joint Studio here. We got a special guest. He's the host of Canned Laughs.
Yep.
We'll make sure we get that on the bottom.
I got you. And yeah, the YouTube channel separate because I don't want to edit anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've got approval to run the show how it is, but I think I might even take the live stream down because I was listening to it and I'm like, this is a little reckless. This is getting a little reckless, but he actually got mad at me because I tagged him in a post.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, and he wasn't rude about it or anything, but he's like, can you not tag me in stuff that has nothing to do with me? And I'm like,
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, I was just trying to show you some cool stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if I tag you, it's because I think we're friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't just do that at everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you ever see me do that, no, I don't, because when I tag people, it's because they're my friends and I want to hang out with them or show them some cool shit I know. So I was like, all right, man. I was like, I thought you had to do with comedy. Comedy had something to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tagged you. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry. Of course, the wife calls right this second.
How long have you been doing now stand-up?
Stand-up?
Yeah.
Technically?
Technically.
Pandemic was 20.
Yeah.
So 19, right before the pandemic,
Right before
October. So here's a cool little origin story.
Yeah.
I'm donating plasma at the donation center because I'm a broke bitch, and I needed the money. And I'm telling the story about how my homeboy fucking pissed on me the night before, like because he was so drunk because we were sleeping in the same bed. But then he was mad at me because I was eating edibles. He's like, "Oh, that shit changes you, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Didn't you just piss on me last night, man?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the joke, and like everybody was laughing, cracking up. And it's a dude actually I'm having on this week on Wednesday. His name's Nubs.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But he was in there, and I didn't even know he was a comedian like that at the time. But he was in there, and he was like, "Hey man, you ever try to stand up?" Because like everybody was cracking up. You know what I'm saying? There's 4 sections in there, all full of people. Everybody's cracking up because I'm loud and ghetto. and he's like, "You ever try to stand up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, or no, I've never done it. I'll try it." And I'm like, "Where can I do it? Where do you do it?" And he's like, Kalamazoo comedy is a little bright, if you know what I'm saying. Like he's like it's not exactly my kind of audience. He's like, but they're doing something at Louis tonight. And it was Sammy. Sammy was the host. Sammy McCrory.
Yeah.
Is that how you say her name? Sammy, and I was accidentally heckling her, like on accident on the lineup. It was hilarious because I'm doing that thing that people do when they don't know what to do at a comedy show. Like I'm like,
yeah.
Like she's like, oh, coming all the way from Saginaw, and I'm like in the back hallway waiting to go up. Sag nasty, and she's like, I swear to God, I'll throw you off this fucking lineup right now. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, I didn't know I was doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But then you just come out and fucking. I just addressed it immediately. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I fucked your night up. I'm like, now I'm really gonna fuck it up. And the audience forgave me or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was all phantom chuckles that I heard. I heard like 1 or 2 chuckles with the material I had, and I was like, oh, I'm in. I'm fucking in. But then the pandemic. Yeah. And then a lot of people didn't like my comedy because I get pretty I would say racist, but racial. It's like a lot of racial shit because of how I grew up or whatever.
Yeah.
But so like I get a lot of walls there. But everybody since then has put me on really cool. Like Sammy's always gave me a spot if I needed it. Casey always gave me a spot if I needed. Chris always gave me a spot if I needed. But I'm not really good at asking for spots.
And then like JC and Matt.
Yeah, JC, Matt. Well, yep. Matt Hybels is my dog. Yeah. Man. JC's cool, man, but Hybels is Comedically, the guy is him and fucking him, Nicole Melnick, and Joe Goon, bro. Those three crack me up consistently. Whenever I see them do anything, I'm like, these guys are hilarious. And Heibel said he wasn't writing much lately, but I was like, dude, I cannot wait till he writes something new. Oh yeah, Jared Hibbs. He always gave me a spot if I asked for it. Real cool guy, man. I've only met a few like douchebags out there in comedy, but I guess they got to be out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But most comedians are just cool people. Like, in my opinion, like regardless, I notice most people are cool people. I used to always tell people like I hate people. You know, it used to be something I said, and then like the more I'm like doing this comedy and like actually like meeting people, like most people are cool. It's very seldom you run into a true like asshole or evil person. Most people are like really cool, you know what I mean? And assholes can get bounced on their head, and evil people, you know, they can go away. But most people are like
no one ever calls me an asshole anymore.
But I'm fine.
Used to be one, but
used to be one, not no more. Shit, man.
What got you into comedy? Besides that, being wanted just for nubs, and then wanted to get more and more than what you wanted to do to start your own.
I always wanted to be famous, and I thought I was funny. I guess I wasn't. Nobody's really funny at the beginning, and I'm still not funny. I posted one clip ever, one, and that was just because all my friends said I murdered. The first time I've ever. All the comedians said you killed. So last Wednesday. Not mine, but the Wednesday before at Heibel's. I went up and I did a set that I just wrote, and it killed. That's how you know when you kill, when the comedians come up and they go, "Oh man, great job!" And that's how I really knew I killed, because JC comes up to me, Ramos, and he goes, "That was decent." I said, "Fuck you, dude." I said, "Everybody else said I murdered. You said that was decent." Like, and I did watch it. He's not wrong. It's decent. But I've been doing I've always wanted. I used to sing. I used to do music, rap. Sing, rap.
Do you got a rap name?
Not anymore. It used to be.
What was it?
It used to be Crazy Legs.
Crazy Legs.
It was for prison. So when I went to prison, I go through the bubble, quarantine or whatever, and they tell you no gambling, no basketball, just stay in the weight pit, mind your business. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I go about working out in the weight pit? And they're like, just find the biggest dude there. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, not just anybody, but he said, find the biggest dude and say, hey, can I get on your workout crew? So my very first day on a new yard, because quarantine is separate, that's 23 and 1. It's like 21 and whatever. They let you out for like an hour twice a day. So I get from there to Adrian, and I touch down. I'm in the weight pit, and I see the biggest dude I've ever seen in my life. The name is Ross. Big old silverback. Double murder back in the 80s. I asked him if he could help me work out, and he goes, "Yeah, today's legs day. You can get down." And everybody in the crew was like, "Man, we just did legs yesterday." But he wants to see if you're going to come to work out the next day after he breaks your legs, pretty much.
Okay.
So we did legs, and I'm walking funny for like a week. And my bunkie is like, he's not gay. He's actually in for like killing a dude or shooting a dude for banging his wife. But he's like effeminate in nature. Like, just not like, he's raised by women. But cool guy though. Oh, ain't about that shit too with them guns. But an effeminate dude. They thought like he was banging me.
Okay. Yeah.
So about after my legs healed up, I'm walking crazy for a week.
They said that's why your legs were wobbly or something?
Yeah, it was because I was getting banged out in my room. I didn't know that then. They tell me this later.
Yeah.
So after this story, I'm playing basketball, right? Another big ass fucking silverback ass dude. What was his name? Crump or something like that. This white dude. We're playing basketball and he's going up. I mean, he's like 300 pounds, bro. Huge guy. And he goes up and, you know, I foul him a little bit. Obviously, we're playing prison ball. We're gambling. It's like a super game, something stupid. Yeah. Of course, I'm breaking the rules already. And he goes to shoot, and I foul him, but he waits to see if it goes in.
Yeah.
And then says foul if it goes out, but he keeps the point if it goes in.
Yeah.
So he does that shit. We're playing to 11. He does that shit up to 7, and I'm like, I'm not paying for that again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna let that. I said, if you want the foul, you call it when I foul you. Don't wait to see it. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then take the point. And he was like, he does it again. And I said, I'm not paying for that. My ball. Mm-hmm. And he goes, oh, so you're just gonna foul me? We're gonna play gorilla ball now? He said, I'll show you how to play gorilla ball. So I'm like, all right. So I dribble. I go to the hole and I go for a layup. And he does that deliberate, like puts his shoulder down, like to flick me. And I like land on his back a little bit and I roll off and I go foul. And I said, don't do that shit again. You know what I'm saying? Real calm, just like that. I'm 22 at the time. I'm a young guy. I go foul. You know what I'm saying? And you want me to wait or? There we go. So you know, I go foul. Don't do that shit again. Okay. I go to the hoop again. He does the same fucking thing, but this time he like reaches his arm up with the little. He like tries to pull me too, and I kind of stumble. And the ball misses and it bounces in front of me and I pick the ball up and I just turn around, bow, and I smash it in his face, right? And I'm a little dude too. I'm like 145, 150, off the streets, like on drugs, like I first week ever working out, like for real. And I smashed this dude in the face. I said, I told you don't do that shit again. And he goes, motherfucker. He said, what's up? It's on now. I said, yeah, it's fucking on. And so it was in front of the whole yard, right? Everybody's out there. There's a blind spot. Yeah. Where they can't see you, you know. So this is where everybody boogies at. So it's only about a space about probably right here in your studio. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll get seen. Oh, yeah. But I'm already used to fighting and shit, so I'm dancing around and I'm throwing jabs, and every time he throws a head punch or tries to punch me, I fucking boom, I leg kick him, boom, and I'm just snapping leg kicks at him, right? And he's like, quit running, bitch. Why you kicking? Only girls kick in a fight. I'm like, fuck you. It's called evasive maneuvers. Yeah. You know, like, fuck you, bitch. I ain't running. I'm not going to let you grab me. Yeah. And finally, I keep chopping at his leg. And I chop it that last time. And he goes, come here. Like that. And he crumbles. Poof, 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 and falls down. And like his boys had to come help him up. He's like, And my homeboy from Oakland, Thor. Black dude named Thor. Crazy as fuck. But black dude with green eyes named Thor. He yells from the weight pit. Said, I told you that motherfucker's legs was crazy. I told you that was crazy. That motherfucker is crazy legs. And that's what they called me for now. And then after that fight, everybody was like standoffish about me. Yeah. After that fight, everybody was cool because but prison is basically you're not. If you hang out with gay people, you're gay. Mm-hmm. That's just how it is in prison. But like, I got into it with my cousin got into it with the Hispanic gang in there. Mm-hmm. It's called LASO, Latin American Spanish Speaking Organization, something like that. Well, my cousin doesn't read; he's dyslexic, but he's from San Antonio. Our family's from Mexico, and I don't speak Spanish. But there's supposed to be like a way you go about voting people into what position they are, right? President, vice president, sergeant in arms, all those people get voted in. Well, that's the rules of that's the rules. You're supposed to vote on that. Whoever you have in the organization, there's supposed to be an open vote. Well, these guys just appointed themselves. Oh. Okay. And so my cousin, he's like, no, that's not right. It's not what it says in the bylaws. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? And like, it's gang shit. You know what I'm saying? and they're like, no, fuck that, blah blah blah. He's like, he's like, y'all don't even speak Spanish. Yeah. Why are y'all the leaders of the Latin American Spanish speaking organization? And so they shunned him, and this is how fucked up they were. They know he's dyslexic, right? Yeah. You know what his punishment had to be if he wanted to come back? He had to write a 500-word essay. And he did just like this. He said, I told him, well, fucker, I can't read and write. So, but by the time I hit the yard, it's just me, my cousin, and one other Mexican dude that like pieced out with my cousin. Nobody likes us. No, because I just came from the 1 yard to another yard, and now I'm here with my cousin. I got to ride with my cousin. Mm-hmm. Nobody likes us. Nobody on fucking yards likes us. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna hang out with who I want to hang out with. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I don't care who I play poker with or hang out with or whatever. But people start thinking I was gay because I hung out. So I see a white kid. He's getting pressed by these 3 black dudes. You know, it's not open, but it's 3 black dudes, and I don't know which camera can see me, but it's 3 black dudes, 4 seats at the table, little white guy sitting right there, and 3 black dudes like this, all doing this, and you just know what's happening. Like, they're pressing them, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're pressing up on them. And so I hit a few laps, and I'm like, man, I'd hate to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never was because I fought all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got into so many fights just because people will fuck with you until they know you're not to be fucked with. But so I run about 3 laps, and I could just see the guy who's not even looking up. You know what I'm saying? He's not even looking up from his thing, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I run over. I'm like, hey man, I ain't seen you in forever, bro. Like, what's up, man? Like, come on, man, let's hit some laps, dog. And we go walk off. He's like, man, thank you, man. Those guys were trying to fucking rape me. I said, I know. I know exactly what they're doing. He was like, they're convinced I'm gay, man, and I'm not. I'm like, all right, man, cool. Yeah. And about 3 months later, we're sitting there reading magazines. Yeah. And he's like, crazy legs, I gotta tell you something. What's up, man? And, you know, thumbing through the magazine. And he's like, I understand if you can't hang out with me after this. Yeah. And I go, what's up, man? He goes, remember when I told you I wasn't gay? Yeah. He goes, I'm gay. Yeah. I said, I know, motherfucker, we're reading GQ magazine. And then he's like, what? He's like, you know, I said, you literally did like this one time. Oh, like I said, yeah, I know, man. Like I know you're gay. I'm like, why didn't you just fucking tell me, man? And he's like, because you know how it is in here, man. He said, I didn't know if you wanted people thinking you were gay. He's like, we ain't gotta hang out if you don't want to. I said, well, it's too late now, motherfucker. And he goes, why? I said, because if you leave now it looks like we're having a lover's quarrel. You might as well just stay down, you know? But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never had a problem with people assuming I was gay or whatever for who I hung out with. Yeah. But I didn't. You calling me gay is one thing. I'm cool with that. Yeah. You know, some of the people I love the most in this world are gay. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit. But are you saying I'm a bitch? Like that was because there's a big fucking difference. Because I know some motherfucking gay guys that'll beat your motherfucking ass. First of all, before we go there, before you go talking about me, I know some gay dudes that will beat your motherfucking ass. So as long as you're not calling me a bitch, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm okay with that. But prison's weird.
Yeah, I've never been to prison. Like I said, that
county jail.
Nothing.
Never once.
Never. Are
you a serial killer? You never got caught. It's cool, man. You got all.
I'm not saying I shouldn't be.
Right. Okay. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Fuck that. Jail's not where it's at. Man.
No.
I did 2 years. So.
Yeah.
That was just for as an adult. But when I was a kid, so my teacher, Miss Clopton, 6th grade. I remember her. We were all wilding out in class, man, and she's the greatest teacher. I doubt she's still around, but Miss Clopton, she, you know, we're all wild and like not listening to her in 6th grade, and she goes, you know what, y'all think you're funny, fellas, but you know the statistics say 1 in 3 of y'all are going to prison. And everybody, I was like, not me, and I'm like, shh, not me, and she looks me dead in the eye, and she said, Mr. Williams, of all my students here, you are the most likely to go to prison if you don't change your ways. And she was not wrong. She was not wrong at all. That's why I always say, like, people it's a money issue. People are like, it's racism, it's a racial issue. It's nah, man. Poor white and poor black is like pretty much the same. Poor Mexican, it's all pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like I think there's that statistic is actually supposed to be for black men. Mm-hmm. It's 1 in 3 black men. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All my white homeboys I grew up with, we all went to prison. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like almost Nobody did. Almost nobody stayed free forever.
Yeah.
Like none of my friends can carry a gun legally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All my friends were basically like that.
Yeah, Grand Rapids is weird to me, man. Like your guys is the comedy is great. It seems like, but yeah, the comedy seems dope, man. But I'm not really into the. I'm not into the cliquey stuff, man.
That's
Just and for me, if I have my way, Kalamazoo is going to be about everybody for everybody, like, or at least with me. You know what I'm saying? I share everybody's stuff.
Yeah.
You see my page. I share competing.
Yeah.
I don't care because did they just make a movie called Ford versus Ferrari?
Yeah.
Isn't that a movie?
Yeah.
What came out of Ford versus Ferrari was two badass cars.
Yeah.
Competition made the badass cars.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's true. It's a what do they call it? A trutheism.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite true, but it's been proven over fucking time. Competition is the key to fucking make people elevate and rise. You know what I'm saying? So like fucking that's why I don't believe in that editing shit. Any of that shit. I don't believe. As soon as you start editing shit, I stop fucking listening to what the fuck is being said. Like that's why I don't take the Bible seriously.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? You left out books, bitch? You know what I'm saying? I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. But when I listen to, I've actually read the Bible while I was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in the hole. I read the Bible 3 or 4 times while I was in prison. I've listened to the Bible on repeat, the Quran. Never read the Torah. But as soon as I found out, like, what do you mean there's like 12 other books? I'm just talking shit.
Yeah.
But what do you mean there's 12 other books?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking nuts? Like, no. Absolutely not. There's no fucking way there's no way that you can hide that much and what you want me to believe is the whole fucking truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I had to guess, the reason Jesus in their story jumps from 12 to 33 is because he was out being somebody like me for a while. You know what I mean? Like, more than likely, right? All his friends were hookers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All his friends were hookers. He came for all the vagrants. He didn't want nothing to do with nobody with money.
Yeah.
He didn't want no money. I feel like he got, like, the guy got to the point to where he was like, okay, now maybe he's walking in the vibration of the creator now. Yeah. Like, maybe that's what happened. And then somebody took it and was like, gay people are going to hell. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's what happened. Then somebody was like, you know what? No, that's not. I'm like, oh, fuck out of here, dude. But like, the people around town that fucking, like, edit shit together and fucking, around my city, like, they edit stuff to make it look a certain way or clean themselves up or, you know what I'm saying? And knowing damn well you're a piece of shit just like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, low-key, we're all kind of a piece of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would say I'm a heavy editor person, though, but...
What do you mean?
Well, doing, video, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not talking about... I didn't mean video editing. I meant, like editing their life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Curating.
Yeah, curating, yeah. Like, oh, this is who I am. Like, no, you're not, dude.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, dude, you do cocaine like everybody else. I know, buddy. My plug plugs your plug. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you do cocaine, buddy. I don't care if you come down from Grand Rapids. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen the powder in your nose. You're not better than anybody just because you're slightly better at comedy than me. You know what I mean? Like, it's nah, man. I would say it's not what makes you a good person. You know what I mean? Or like, people just they thumb their just ridiculousness. Like, dude, I'm not better than nobody. Like, I'm not better than anybody. Even if I'm better at something than somebody, it's just they're me without the steps that I took to get better at that thing, and that's it. And they can take those steps, and they can get better at that thing, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen. 703-458 MDOCOtis.com. Look me up. You can find out anything you want about me. I give you my social security number, but all you're gonna get is some child support warrants and some student loan debt. That's all you're gonna get. Don't worry about it. No, but I'm not worried. Anything I've ever done, I'm open to admit to. You can put it out there. There's some stuff that isn't all my business. You know what I'm saying? Which is You know, when people tell you their secrets, it's your responsibility to keep them. Mm-hmm. Or if you have secrets with people, it's your responsibility. So there's some stuff that's not all my business that I won't go into. Yeah. But like, as far as anything, bro, I don't care. If I said it, I meant it at the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not have meant to say it like that, especially like when I'm drinking. I don't think I left a few comments on some comedian's posts where I'm like, that's probably not going to read well tomorrow. and then I'm too much of a comedian to take it down. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I could delete it, but then I'm like, fuck that, I meant it last night.
Yeah. That's who I was as a man right then, yeah.
Yeah. I was that guy in that moment, so fuck it. I meant it then. If you see me...
I see, like, memories pop up.
Dude.
Who the fuck was that? Yeah. But that was me.
So... Alright, this is a weird one we're going to have to... keep it in. This is a weird one we're going to have to discuss about how you edit. So... Yeah. Like, I wasn't a good guy, you know what I mean?
That sucks, though.
I was a very, very violent person. I was a very violent man, and I wasn't really big into the stealing.
Not with your, just most of your fists. Not you never like guns.
Oh, that's what I went to prison for. Was guns.
Oh, guns. Okay.
Yeah. Possession of a sawed-off shotgun and felony firearms. Yeah, that's what it was. So what happened was, I was 19. I broke up with my girl at the time. Actually, I caught her cheating. I go up to, you know, I'm out of school, I'm working full time. She's like 17, finishing up high school, and I go up there to bring her lunch. Because her friend said that some dude called her a slut. Or no, called her a fucking, a black whore. Or something like that, like in class. So,
she's a black girl.
Obviously. Yeah. It's my son's mom. But they called her a black whore or something in class, like a black bitch or something. I said, I got something for those motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So I roll up there, and I catch her fucking sitting with this other fucking Mexican dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so we got a type?
Got a fetish?
Yeah. I follow them, right? Like, I'm creeping. I'm fucking geared up. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go. Because of this other kid. Ain't got nothing to do with this guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm ready to go. Like shit could go down right now. And I follow them like around the building, and they're just doing that lover shit. So anyway, we broke up, and we broke up, and that's so I decided to go back wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like doing what I was supposed to do. I was doing music and shit, working full time with my grandpa, and took my last $20. Went to my big homie VIP. Shout out to VIP. He's facing a life sentence right now. Some dude, some dude fucking was waving a gun around in the parking lot at a liquor store down there. And my dog had a gun, so he said, "You should watch who you point that gun at." And dog went to point the gun at him, and he bodied him. But I went to VIP. I took $20. I got a triple up. If you're from the streets, what is that? You get about $60 worth of crack for $20, and then you chop them down into little 5 rocks, 10 rocks, and you make like $100 off that, and then you come back and your buddy gives you more of that. So I did that. I took my last $20, started running the money up. I was having a fantastic fucking summer. Took over a little trap spot. Had a couple girls, ladies of the night, as it were, that worked with me. Didn't work for me. I wasn't technically a pimp, according to pimp standards, because I gave the girls their money. You know what I'm saying? I just took my cut, and I wouldn't slap them to make them go to work. There was
no quotas.
Yeah, there was no quotas. You could just go do what you want, but it didn't work out too well. The girls started trying to run me over or whatever. But anyway, so I run up like almost 20,000 that summer. It's like 17 or something like that. I'm at the hotel room. 2 of the girls are there. My little brother's there. I'm there under the blanket. Got the Billy underneath the blanket. I'm playing 2K on the PS2. This is how long ago it was. It's 2K on the PS2, and then I rented from Family Video. So I'm exactly. So I'm playing 2K, and I hear a knock at the door. Don't. The girls go, "Hey, man, what's up?" Whoa. It's a couple of their friends. They come in. They got a couple of dudes with them. One of the dudes I grew up with, Arthur Wyndham, by the way. Arthur Wyndham who grew up on Mill Street in Kalamazoo, Michigan. He says he's from Nebraska. He's not. Anyway, I said, why Nebraska? Why? He took it from Belly. You never seen the movie Belly?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it. It's like it's a hood classic. But anyway, he comes in. He's like, "What's up?"
Maybe I have. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
I'll look it up after when I'm doing it.
Yeah, I see him and I go and like we used to like share lunches like type shit like. But this guy comes in. We're kicking it, having a good old fucking time. He's being weird though, being weird. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him. He's sitting over there. It's back when remember the Boost bricks.
Oh, yeah,
the Boost first came out with the bricks. I had just bought like 5 of those, and he had one also. So that was when Boost Live. I don't know if anybody out there remembers Boost Live. I'm old, but it was like a chat rooms you can go in for dating or sports, or it was on your Boost phone. So I assumed he was texting.
Yeah, that was too high class for me.
Yeah. So I assumed he was texting, and the next morning after they leave, he comes to the door. Or no. The police come about 4 o'clock in the morning after they leave and ask to search the room. Now I told the silly broad that I was there with not to let them in, that they don't get to come in. She let them in anyways. Everything was under the bed. Everything was under the bed. They didn't have a warrant though, so they couldn't arrest me right then. Mm-hmm. So they went. They called. What do they call it up here? You guys got sweat up here? KVET? Whatever your task force is. Yeah. Drug task force. Yeah. That is sweat down there, or KVET.
I'm trying to stay away from all that.
Right, but so they come, they leave. He comes back, knocks on the door, and says, "Hey, yo, is those girls there?" I can say, "Man, get your ass the fuck out of here, you rat, you bitch," all that shit. About 3 minutes later, heavy knock. Doom, 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 doom. And who the fuck is at my fucking door? It's Mike. I don't know no fucking Mike. It's Mike such and such, Kalamazoo Valley Enforcement Team. Open the door, sir. I'm like, fuck. There ain't no way to get away with it now. Everything's in the room. I'm half naked. I'm like, fuck it. I light a cigarette and I tell the girls to let them in. And they've got fucking every cop in Kalamazoo, dude. There was so many plain clothes, so many. They come in. I'm hitting my cigarette in my drawers, standing at the window, and I scratched my balls literally like this, and all I hear is gun, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like they already found the gun. I knew, they came in and grabbed all my shit from under the bed.
This is that sawed off you're talking about?
Yeah. They found it was 3/4 of an inch under regulation. Okay. They're just being fucking dickhead. It was still this big. Yeah. It was semi-automatic Remington 16 gauge. Remington? Browning 16 gauge. But they come in, they fucking jump on me, and they were beating my ass so bad that my brother in cuffs dove into the middle of the fray. And my whole face was just blood. Blood everywhere. So they tried to wash me up. And I'm like, and he's like, come on, man. When they realized I didn't have a gun on me. They're like, come on, man, let me clean you up. We're sorry about that. I said, no. I'll be getting my mugshots taken just like this. Thank you. And they take me down there. They hold me for 4 days, and they let me go. And I'm like, that's illegal. They're not allowed to hold you for 72 hours constitutionally. But they hold me for 4 days, and they kick me. And I can't figure out why. And I get back to the hotel room, and I ask, oh girl, I said, why am I out? And she goes, because I told you I know who killed the Poldermans. Now, the girl that I was doing business with,
who?
The Poldermans. It's called the Polderman murder in Kalamazoo County, Pavilion Township. Look it up, the Poldermans. So what happened is somebody broke into an elderly couple's house and beat them to death along with their like 56-year-old quadriplegic wife or daughter. Beat them to death, right? This girl was the one who planned it, and they did it without her. It was her lick. She worked for a cleaning service. It was one of her customers.
Yeah.
But they went and did it without her.
Am I allowed to eat that?
Yeah, no. This is all. I've been to court for this shit.
Oh.
I've been to court for this shit. Yeah. So, and those people are away for life, except for that girl, obviously. But so
she said she knows.
They knew she knew, and she said that she wasn't telling them shit until I got out of jail.
All right.
So then I got out of jail, and I immediately was like, "You told on murderers who beat to death an elderly couple and their quadriplegic daughter, and you want me to stay here?" I'm like, "No, I gotta fucking go." Like, I'm good. Like, I'm a thug, motherfucker. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about anything. You beat to death an elderly couple. Dog. That's.
I say they're the biggest cowards of all, though.
No, but I'm not saying they're not cowards. I'm saying they're operating on. They're operating on a different level than me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like if you're gonna shoot at me, if I don't have a gun, I'm running. But if I got one, I'm shooting back.
Yeah.
But as far as anything else, I'm not. Even back in my like stick up and all that shit days.
Is there
man.
a Netflix special about this shit?
What?
This murder? Sounds like I heard this.
The Polderman murders? Yeah, it should. Yeah, damn near should be.
Yeah.
We're gonna make us a Netflix special.
All
That's
right.
with these stories, motherfuckers. Yeah, but it's all real shit, man. Real shit. You can all these little. If anybody gets curious, you little legal beagles, go ahead. Freedom of Information Act. You can look me up, Austin Williams. But yeah. So I left, and then she rolled on me too. So that's why I ended up going to prison. So, well, the crazy thing is I beat it once by myself, right? Mm-hmm. Next time I go to court, I'm talking shit as I'm getting out of court, right? Mm-hmm. Like, man, yeah, fuck Jeffrey Fink. That was the name of the prosecutor. Mm-hmm. Well, what I didn't know was that some girl had, I realized it after I got charged with fucking 1 million charges, is that some lady had shook her baby to death. And so you remember Law and Order? So Jeffrey Fink is like the big guy, you know, the guy in the office.
Okay.
That guy doesn't come out except for the biggest fucking cases.
Yeah.
He doesn't come out. He doesn't even come out to look at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't give a fuck about what the ADAs are doing. You're always dealing with like secondary people, but because this was such a big case, Jeffrey Fink was in the fucking lobby, and I'm walking out like this, like, yeah, fuck Jeffrey Fink. I ain't even need a lawyer to beat this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like that, like fucking. And my girl's like, baby, shut the fuck up. I'm like, fuck that shit. They can't fucking hold me. Blah blah blah. 6 months later, I get picked up, and it went from fucking like 3 charges. They went through that whole motherfucker. They charged me with resisting, obstruction, and assault for every officer that was there. I had like 17 counts of that shit. Like, fucking crazy, bro. So I go to my lawyer because I got a lawyer because I got a son now and I ain't got time to fight my own fucking case. Yeah. And I go to my lawyer and I ask him, like, you know, can we get these charges dropped? And he's like, they said they offered you probation last time. And I said, yeah, and I beat it. So what's the point? And he's like, yeah, well, they're not gonna lean it off. They said they want to give you 2 years, and that's what they're gonna do. By the way, dismissed with prejudice. Prejudice? Is that the word? Dismissed with prejudice. That is the word you want to hear. If your case is ever dismissed without prejudice, that means they can bring the case back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, without prejudice. With prejudice is what I should have. With my cocky ass, I didn't hear that when they didn't want to go no further in the trial. So they asked the judge to dismiss it without prejudice.
Meaning they can
bring it back up when they find more evidence later. But because of at the point we were at in the hearing, I didn't know because I'm my own lawyer. I'm a little cocky, little fucking 20-year-old shit.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. I'm being my own fucking lawyer. I've filed all the paperwork myself. Like I chatted up the law librarian to give me information I'm not supposed to have. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not allowed to give you legal advice, but like I was like, you're not allowed to give me legal advice, but you know there was some books that were laid out, you know what I'm saying, to the right section type stuff, but she never mentioned without prejudice. So then they said they won't take less than 2 years, and the reason they did that was because that they beat me so bad. I went in, my mom went in and talked to an attorney, a family friend, an attorney, and they were going to start legal proceedings. But if I plead guilty, that means I pled guilty to resisting, which means I asked for my own ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? So they just wanted me to do the 2 fucking years. So I just got that shit out the way, and then
considered like state charges. Why you wouldn't had to go to the state prison?
Yeah, there were state charges, but the feds could have picked that up. They could have picked it because it was a felony firearms. The felony firearms, assault shotguns, federal.
Okay, that's what I was going to
Yeah, but it was, I don't know, God or the universe.
How do they determine theirs where they can charge you at some later date?
What's that?
Let's say they go, we don't want to pick them federal charges up so you fuck up again.
That's why I don't fuck up again. I learned my lesson, dog.
They could, technically?
What's that?
They could be hanging over you?
I guess if there's a statute of limitations on that. Like, I don't know. I guess it could be, but everybody told me that if they were going to, they would have by now. Yeah. They would have done it. They come and get you at the gate when you think you're going home from your state charges.
Okay.
They go, come on. Yeah. They'll be waiting right there. Like, come on. Time to go to the feds. And they're like, and I've been home so long, everybody's like, no, that's not gonna happen. Yeah. But yeah, I did jail time. I got locked up. So when I was a juvenile, they used to have these folders, and there was 25 slots on the back to mark how many times you've been locked up. I filled up 3 folders. I filled up 3 folders. So I didn't fill the last one, but I was on the 3rd folder before I aged out. But in my defense, I used to go to the school that was attached to the juvenile home, and if you fought, you got locked up. If you cussed the teacher out, you got locked up. You know what I'm saying? Which I rarely cussed. I was always fighting. It's a hustle now, man. It ain't the time. Yeah. It's getting out and being on parole. Walking down 2 years of fucking paper where you can't be around. You can't be around your homeboys.
So you didn't have to do any of that since you.
No, I got out too flat. Flat time. I got right the fuck out. I didn't have to drop. Yeah. I would have went back to prison if that was the case, because I fucked up again. I just got better like in the past 4 years. Comedy kind of saved me. Yeah. I just became a better person recently. This is all new. Nobody who sees me and is like, hey man, you're a pretty cool guy right now. 5 years ago, you would have been like, this guy is a fucking animal. Like I was not a good guy. I mean, I guess I always was, but my grandma used to tell me I was a good guy all the time. But. Well, once my brother died, man, got killed. Once my brother got killed, I just drowned. I don't know how long. That's okay. Yeah, once my brother got killed, I just kind of drowned in the drugs and alcohol for a while. I just pulled myself out of that like in the past 6 months. Yeah. But yeah, the comedy suffered. Everything suffered. My kids suffered. My family suffered. Everything. For my brother, that one thing that happened, bro. Because I
younger brother or older?
He's my little brother. But that
damn.
He was at a poker game. He's at a poker game, and so my brother is from the hood. We're from the hood, but my brother is a skateboard kid. Like everybody from the hood has that one cousin, brother, nephew, one that is just different than everybody else, you know. And that was my brother, and him and his friends were skateboarders, and they liked to cage fight and all that. They just were not on the same type of stuff we were on. So I think that these guys thought that he was a square because he worked the same job 7 days a week, in and out, and it was a liquor store, so they knew him from seeing him. And they invited him over to a poker game, and what the story I heard is they got caught cheating him. They cheated him out of a few grand, and he caught them, whooped the dude's ass. They got him outside. They fucked him up a little bit, got him outside, and when he came back to the door, they opened the door up, started waving a gun at him. And he was unarmed, no shirt, no shoes, and basically told dog he was pussy and he wasn't gonna do shit. And he shot him and killed him. But yeah, that shit fucked me up for.
Damn. Yeah.
a long time, and then the guys got away with it because they were all the ones that stayed, which I know the ones who left too, but the ones that stayed were all legal. They were all legal, man. So they're all legal gun owners. They all had the same story, but then when I'm reading the reports, I'm like, they all had the exact same story. Now, you said you grew up in cop world, right? Mm-hmm. That's never fucking happens.
Never. Yeah.
They don't ever have the exact.
This one be
Same language, same words used. All gave the same fucking statement. He came to the door drunk and belligerent, and what they said was we thought he was trying to rob the house, rob the poker game with no shirts, no shoes and no shirt, sir. They just came up with this fucking story, man. And because I've got a brother, I got a different brother that
so no one ever got caught.
Nobody got charged.
No one ever got charged.
Nobody got charged. They know exactly who did it, what happened. They just lied and said. And Kalamazoo, obviously, police department is inept. Is that the word I'm looking for? Inept? Yeah. Okay, I don't know.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying is that sound like what I'm saying, that they don't do their fucking job. Yeah. Like, I'm like, oh, did you guys go in and check? Did you fingerprint the poker chips?
Yeah.
My brother was drinking down there.
Yeah.
Did you see any of his? He liked Steel Reserve, the flavored ones.
Yeah.
I bet you there were 2 or 3 in that fucking house, but what they said is he never made it in the house, and that he was just some random dude came to their door. Right, but what happened with in the police's mind is because my other brother, not this one that got shot, but my youngest brother, he's on drugs, and they deal with him over and over and over and over. He's always on. You know the guy, the fucking homeless, tying himself up and like just walking around like looking like that and shit. And I think what happened was they just seen the name. They seen my brother's name matched our name. My name's shit. My youngest brother's name's shit. My sister almost went to the joint. So they're like, oh, well, this must be what really happened. You know what I'm saying? But
your last name isn't shit, by the way.
No. My last name's Williams, by the way. But I'm just saying, like on paper. If you dig, dude, you're gonna look at me. That's why my YouTube channel is P.O.S. Video Network. It's because I'm a piece of shit, and people just keep saying it like I don't know it. So I'm like, fuck it. I know, motherfucker. I know who I was. I can't change that now. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I can't.
You gotta go with what.
I can't do nothing about it, man. There's zero I can do about it. You know what I mean? But I was like, I wouldn't have what I have if it wasn't for my grandparents working like that, man. But 9 to 5s give me the heebie-jeebies, and it's not.
Your parents also then run their own construction companies?
No, my mom and dad, they split up when I was young, and then.
Always from Michigan area?
Yeah, well, Kalamazoo. I was born at Bronson Hospital in Kalamazoo.
All right.
Grew up on Shakespeare, Hayes Park, Norway, and Fenimore. Anybody from Kalamazoo know every one of them streets and where the fuck they're at. If you ever wonder about what kind of guy I am. But yeah, no, they were they split up when I was like 5, and then she got with my stepdad, and he used to beat me up a little bit. I was in the newspaper twice.
Damn.
He once in Muskegon and once in Kalamazoo. Because of them fighting and me getting in the middle of it. They said he kicked me like 15 feet in the air or something like that, or what. I don't really remember it. I just remember riding with my mom. My mom's in the back seat with me and my brothers, and there's a girl driving up front and Big G's in the passenger seat, and my mom just dives over the seat while we're driving and starts. Everybody's wasted in the car. By the way,
how old are you at this time? Teenage years?
7.
Oh, before you.
Oh yeah, I was 7. I was 7 because I had my puppy with me, Wolverine, who probably got hit by a car because my mom said he ran away. But
that's another sad story.
Yeah. But so. Well, this ain't really a sad story. This is like the character arc.
There's the character builder.
Yeah. So dog, Big G, which, you know, shout out to Big G. Like, you know, he ended up being not that bad of a guy, but just drunk a lot, did a lot of drugs. But he dives on my mom, you know, gets out of the car, gets us out of the car. So it's me, my 5-year-old brother, my 3-year-old brother standing on the side of the road, watching them fight, and then dude grabs my mom, and obviously I'm not having that. So I look around for something to hit him with. My 7-year-old brain goes, there's a ketchup packet right there. I'm going to splatter it in his face. And I did. I slapped it. Get off my mom. And he just turned around and boop, and just kicked me through the air and broke a couple ribs. Tore me up. Another time he slammed me on a couch, and there was a spring sticking out of it, and it went like, not through my butthole, but my butt cheek, like up too high though, like it went like up here, because I jumped on his back because he was hitting my mom. You know what I mean? I jumped on his back. He didn't do anything. He just poof, just like that. You know what I mean? But just messed my shit all up. But yeah, my mom was lost for a while. She's a way better grandma. Okay. she was supposed to be a grandma for sure. Okay. But then my dad, he's the first one to put drugs in my hand. And they were fake.
Your real dad.
My bio, yeah, my bio. My dad, he gave me fake crack and fake hash to go sell on Hayes Park, man. You're not gonna get this if you're not from there, but you don't want to be doing that shit on Hayes Park. It was drywall with ambisol and honey and sage. Apparently, if you take honey and sage and cook it in a pan with a little bit of oil, it looks like hash. Okay. So I'm out selling this fake crack and this fake hash. 12 years old, maybe 13. No,
he's making you sell it?
Didn't make me. He just knew.
Tells you.
He just goes, hey man, go sell this for me. Anything my dad gave me.
This was at 7 years old too?
No, this was at 12 or 13. It was 90. It was 98, 99, right before fucking 2000.
Do your kid first of all.
Yeah, well, my dad was different. He used to tell me about fucking selling meth and all sorts of crazy stuff when I was like a little kid. I remember because he ground his teeth real bad, and so I remember I asked him like, why do you grind your teeth? And he told me it was from selling meth and handling it, but really he was a drug addict. But I'm outside. I sold all the crack.
Technically not.
Yeah. It's drywall and ambisol. It's the same charge though. I would have called it the same felony.
It's a bad joke gone right. That's what proves that you're supposed to be a comedian though.
What's that?
You weren't really trying to sell drugs. It was just a big joke.
Yeah, I was just playing. I was just kidding, man.
I was just kidding.
But I go to smoke this hash with my homeboy.
Who's going to pay me for my jokes?
After I've sold the hash, I take my last bag and I'm smoking it with my big homie, Colin. What up, Colin? He's breaking it down. He goes, man, give me that shit. He said, motherfucker, that's honey and sage. And I go, what is that? And he goes, man, you take honey and sage. I go straight to my dad. I said, man, did you give me fake drugs to sell? He goes, how'd you find out? I go, what? I was smoking with one of my homeboys. And he's like, you smoking crack? And I'm like, no, motherfucker, the hash. And he's like, well, you ain't supposed to let him try it first. I'm like, dude, like you were out there fucking trying to get me shot, man. Literally, like I could have got killed messing around out there like that, man. But yeah, that was my dad. I love my dad, but you know.
He's still around then too, or?
Nah, he kicked it. He drugs, got hepatitis before he went to prison. Then he did a 10-year bit. He did like 2 when I was a kid, but he did 10 for manufacturing methamphetamine. And when he got out, he started using his shit again. So he had hepatitis, got, what do they call it, in remission. Okay, he was in remission. Nothing was in his system, and then he got out and started doing drugs and shit. And fucking,
isn't that where it affects your liver?
Yes, and then it started fucking with his liver again, and then he got COPD from smoking it, and then fucking one day in 2017, he just He got out of prison 15, literally almost 2 weeks after he was off parole. You know, they give you 12, 24, 48 month paroles, shit like that, 36 months. 2 weeks after he got off parole, man, they called me up in the morning talking about he's not breathing. And I shot out there as fast as I could. And there's all these firemen in my way, man, and I'm like, dude, just let me see my dad. And then my old lady gets in the middle of like trying to get in there, and this mammoth of a fireman pushes my wife, and I'm like, he goes to push her like does this, and I snatch her back by the back of her shirt, and I look at her, I said, don't do that. I said, because I'm going to have to knock his big ass the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to knock his big ass the fuck out if he touches you. But it was like, you know, they don't shock you anymore. Mm-hmm. They won't shock you back to life. Yeah. You got to have a heartbeat first, which they say that's a prerequisite. And they go to medical school, which I didn't, you know, so I guess I should believe them, but I still feel like you should try to boost him back. You know what I mean? They're like, well, he doesn't have a heartbeat, he's not coming back. And I'm like, just try it. And they're like, the machine won't let you. And I'm like, well, get the fuck out of my way. I cut a cord from a lamp. Get out of my fucking way. You know, they like move, motherfucker. They won't let you do no shit like that.
Oh, man.
You know, it's crazy, man. Is there this is like a poor man's copyright, right? Like these people can't just steal my stories, right? Like
still going.
Oh man, I'm sorry, dude.
So I'll take up a lot of my shit.
I mean, people like the long form though, man.
But I was just trying to really, my whole concept was
other people
the stories of you.
Smart. Yeah.
No, you don't want to hear my stupid bullshit every episode.
It's smart. Yeah, man, that's really, dude, my life is if somebody's not watching it, somebody needs to be, because, bro, so, after my first time I really dosed on shrooms, I've had little bits before, but after my brother died, I was like, I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
So I took like an eighth, a bunch, the first time I dropped. And I went there, like I talked. So you can't talk to people.
What kind of environment were you in when you?
I was just laying in my bed.
See, that's
just comfortable by myself. My visuals are all in are Aztec. There's like Aztec symbols. That's always when I trip that hard. It's always in. You ever seen the Mayan? You know the little symbols. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? They all look like that. Like, and that's what talks to me when I get that high. And then so like when you get up there, wherever there is, you can't talk to the other side, but you can like understand. Like even what must be what people call God. They don't talk to you neither. It's like masked kind of, and so first time I found my brother. He told me some crazy shit. But the next time I went, I was mad at the Creator God, whoever they are. And so I went back because I wanted to work with them.
Yeah.
And they put my mind at ease. The third time, I was like, you know what? I got a few more questions, but it's veiled. You can't. They're not speaking. It's just like an understanding, like a talk. Yeah, it's not. If they're not, and I couldn't actually see him either. Like I could. It was like I could see him, but only out the corner. You ever like try to catch something out the corner of your eye? Mm-hmm. That's what it was like. Like every time I thought I seen him, he was gone. But he was still there.
Yeah.
But so the second time I go and talk to God, I talk to God, the Creator. People get so worried with these words, like it's my favorite. Those are my favorite people. Let's get back to those. These are the people that make fun of you for believing in a God. But they didn't chastise me or nothing. That second time they gave me the answers that I needed, made me feel safe. But the third time was like 2 weeks after the second time, and I got up there, dude, and they were like, "What are you doing? You're being a drug addict now. Go away." Like literally, they were like, "I don't have any answers for you." Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and I keep saying they because I'm whatever the fuck it is. It's definitely not a guy or a girl. It's got both energies. It's a they. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It's definitely a them. Like it's not a masculine or a feminine. It's all those energies.
Oh yeah.
Melded together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people, I tell people stuff like that, and they're just like, I don't know. They say shit like this because there is no God, you dummy. Blah blah blah. Like really? The Pete Holmes. Did you watch that I posted?
Yeah. What was he?
He says there are people who believe that there's heaven and that you go to heaven when you die, and there's people that believe nothing.
Yeah.
He said nothing is the funniest guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the funniest fucking guess. Everybody, so you're the one who's right. Every other religion is wrong. I'm not saying they got it right. They're all fucked up. You know what I mean? They're all imperfect or whatever. But when I was up there, they said that it was everybody when it came to how to find God, that they got it all wrong, but all right at the same time. Like it's an energy, man, and the people who don't think that there's anything, man, I feel bad for them, man. Like I'm not ever 100% on anything until I talk to the Creator myself. Like not just like that, because even knowing that I did have that experience, there's still like a 0.02% chance that I'm like, dude, you're high. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you're fucking fucked up on mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already like at this point in my life, I'm pretty understanding. I try to help the homeless. Give as much as I can, tip as well as I can, give opportunities as well as I can. But when I'm off a micro, bro, I'll be like, come here, man. Like, I fucking love you, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just super squishy and shit. And there's no way. So like my half of my family's like super religious now. Mm-hmm. Like not half, but like a portion of my family. They grew up in the church, and then they went wild, like church kids do, you know. And now they're back with the church, Christianity. Mm-hmm. And I believe that they mean well wholeheartedly. Mm-hmm. And I know that they believe everything they say, and I just know that any religion that says that this is the only way to God can't be right, because that's not what they told me. That's the part that they said they got wrong. Mm-hmm. Is that it's in it, but the crazy thing is it's in the stories. The what they call it, the Tower of Babel, where they tried to reach God. You know, that's why everybody speaks different languages. This is the story, right? Like Tower of Babel, boom. Now everybody speaks different languages. They have different religion. Nobody can find God, mm-hmm. right? Is the thing, and it's crazy because you can't find God that way. You can't find God through religion, in my opinion. You can't, because there's too much shit that doesn't add up, man, and it goes for all of them. This isn't against anybody, but you know what I mean, in particular, but like I grew up Christian, Baptist. My grandma raised me Baptist. My abuelita, my grandma Esther, I don't call her my abuelita, but that's my Mexican grandma. She was Catholic growing up. You know what I mean? We were always Catholic. So like I'm more familiar with Christianity, but you know I've listened to the Quran. I listened to it. Mm-hmm. I believe in other people's, like the teachings of other people and stuff. It's just once you start getting into the hates and the no-nos. Like my big one for all the major three is saying that homosexuality is like a mortal sin. Like, okay, man, I can't believe that, because some of my favorite people are gay, bro, and it just can't be the truth. This sounds like so what I feel like happened, this is me, guys, you guys don't have to believe shit I say. I feel like what happened was God did give his word, their word, her word, whoever's word. God gave the word to people, to man. And then And then a bunch of straight guys got to it, and they were like, nah, you can't be doing none of that gay shit, you know what I mean? Yo, no, you can't, your wife can't go out on you, but, you can stone her to death if you want. You know what I'm saying? Just stupid, like that's big, like, and people talk shit so crazy. They're like, oh, it's Christianity, dude. It's all of them. They literally still do that to women in Islamic countries, bro. They stone their women to death. Yeah. Like, and everybody's like, oh, you're Islamophobic. Like, no, dude, I don't give a shit about that. Is that even really a thing? Like, I'm not scared of Islamic people. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. You know what I'm saying? Like I with real Muslims, I mess with them, man. With the real, I like those guys, but it's those weirdos, man. Like same with the Christian church, man. Bro, once you start crossing over into touching kids and shit, bro, like that's it. I don't believe you no more. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? The Catholic Church, that's fucked. Anybody who tells you not to love another human, I'm out. I'm out, brother. I've got, you know what I'm saying? My niece's dad is a female. A black single father woman. You know what I'm saying? Tanika, what's up, baby? That's my dog, but she's you know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna tell me that she's going to hell, because she's not. Yeah. She's not. And I don't care if she likes to lick the twat. I think no one knows. Yeah, no one knows, and I think the real thing is what we should be questioning is why those big three religions. I mean, according to them, the creator, the people who got the closest to it were Buddhists. That's what they told me. Mm-hmm. The closest to it are Buddhists. Whatever that means for anybody who knows religious studies or whatever. I've never really studied. I studied like lotus position, like to meditate one time. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about it, but all the other one, what we need to be asking is, why are these three all saying the same thing, but telling it that their version is the only version, but they're all saying that it's the same exact fucking stories, man.
That's what I say. How do you really know they aren't truly? Because you got different languages, interpretations,
exactly,
different ways.
It's just the things that get carried out in religion's name, man. It's just so much tension around it, man. So much tension around everything, and they're just running us in circles, dude. This has nothing. Whatever they show you on these things or on the boob tube, or they try to get you to listen to in music, man, just don't do this. This is where God's at, in my opinion. Because if there is a God, there is a creator. You know, this is where they're at, bro. I feel the most complete, like when we're all kicking it at the comedy shows or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never feel bad, like at a show, even if I'm bombing. I never feel bad. You know what I mean? And with or without the shroomies or whatever. No, I'm saying it's like my best. Like I might have took too many edibles last week, which is why I bailed on a few bits. But like I feel like the presence of God is somewhere else, and it's not in the churches. And I just believe that there's different iterations, which is different timelines, whatever. But which is what I hope for my brother. I hope he woke up from that night in a different timeline. Like, whoa, that was a fucked up dream. You know what I mean? But what I also believe is that, that's what the Cat Williams said. He said everything is too perfect for it to be a coincidence. How is it that this planet developed everything that we could ever want and need? People are gonna say, "Oh, it's just the universe," and I haven't. You know, have you ever Googled the odds of what the odds are that you are you and alive right now? And it's like 1 in a trillion something, and that's happened 7 billion times, and everybody's right here where we're supposed to be. It's just too much for me to be like, no, nobody had a hand in. When you see a dope ass website, you go, oh, magically came out of nowhere, or do you go, somebody fucking put that website together and they pearled that shit?
See, that's where I also think that too. There is a bigger picture that we just cannot even see.
Yeah, we can't get past that veil that I was talking about.
Because if you are, let's say, paint, you can't be the person that's in the museum looking back and knowing that you are a beautiful painting.
Right? Yeah. Did you see that the new telescope that they have has made it so they're like the universe is actually twice as big as we thought it was, and it's 4 times as old.
Yeah.
And it's like, you motherfuckers are the same motherfuckers that say there's no God. And you've been telling us that shit for 20 fucking years, that the universe is this big and the Big Bang and all this shit, and you don't believe in God, blah, blah, blah. And now you're telling us you didn't know shit the whole fucking time, and everything's bigger than you could ever fucking conceive it could be, and you're still convinced that there's no God?
Hopefully there are some that still are, because there are religious science that still believe that, so they're trying to actually prove
that God's
that there is a God.
Yeah,
not necessarily all.
Oh shit.
It's okay. You still got that angle, right?
Yeah.
So basically, whoever got their doctorate in whatever fucking
It might be full now.
Is it?
Card full.
Okay, cool.
All right.
It was
Just going for these two.
in whatever science, right? Your whole degree is shit. You just know a bunch about nothing, because what you thought you knew is not true. So who the fuck are you to tell me that my fucking mushroom experience isn't God, or whatever the fuck I want it to be? You don't even know how big the universe. You said you knew how big it was. All these calculations and shit. Remember, have you ever felt like a dummy in like physics class, like where they're writing all this shit out, and you're like, God, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
I don't know any of this.
So
shit.
I never got that far in physics class. No.
Oh man, dude, fucking quantum mechanics and fucking all that bullshit, dude. I was like a real smart kid.
Were you?
Yeah, very, very smart.
My kid, he's really good at math. He wants to be an astrophysicist, though.
Yeah.
Go to Michigan.
He's gonna be taking all the quantum physics and all that shit. Yeah, man.
Actually, he wants to be an astrophysics professor, teaching
Really?
it at a college. That's his dream.
Lofty. All right.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. But,
Well, go for the gusto, man.
Yeah.
Shoot for the moon, man. Land amongst the stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. That's why I'm so glad I'm doing this shit right now, man. Is because if you look at all the bullshit I've done and the harm I've caused and everything, and like I'm showing my kids, like, you do anything the fuck you want to do. You want to just do a comedy show, if you want to be a stand-up, just be a fucking stand-up, man. You want to like I love the fact. So this is not a stunt at all, okay? But I bartend. So, rap is about, when I was growing up, rap was about money, bitches, and clothes. That was what was in rap. Money was my favorite thing. I loved counting down money. But now I'm a bartender. I get to come home with what looks like money, and I can show my kids, like, hey, you can have those stupid bundles of cash, but you don't have to be out there in the fucking streets fucking selling dope and living that fucking, look, I go to work and I got cash. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy to think about, man, because I feel like I might have, man, I don't know I think I might have fucked up worse by changing for my daughters, man. I think about that sometimes. Like, I'm like, what's the worst thing I've ever done? I think it's changed sometimes.
What do you think you're?
Because of who so every girl.
How many kids do you got again?
I've got 6.
6 kids.
6 kids.
How
15 down to 6.
15 down to
6.
Yeah, we're uncontrollable ages. Right
Hey
there.
man, my kids listen well, man, but it's probably because
they all live with you still.
All my kids live with me, everyone. But yeah, man, because of who I was, how bad I was, and the shit they've seen me do.
So they've been through them bad days at you.
All of them, dude. They were fucking right there, and
even when you're locked up.
Locked up. I mean, my oldest, he was the one I did the time with. She was pregnant with him when I caught the case, and then, or she got pregnant with him.
So They were born when
he was born. He was 6 months old when I went to prison. He was born in April. I went in October.
Oh man!
So he was 6 months old. I remember kissing him on his forehead. Like fuck, I ain't gonna see.
So they don't remember too much, though.
He doesn't remember anything about me being in prison. Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, because they're.
So like I told you, you wouldn't have recognized me 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was still being a fucking piece of shit. Like drugs, fucking. That's when that shit happened with that guy that I was dealing with. That whole fucking situation happened.
Yeah.
But so I tell everybody tells their daughters, if a man displays, aggression, he gets physical, he sells drugs, he's toting guns, and he's doing all this thuggish ass shit, and he rages out and blah blah blah. He's no good. He's broke. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's broken. Get away from him. And I tell my girls that. I tell my daughters that. Like, and as you know what I'm saying. But I feel like because nobody ever changes, man. Like like it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that often that a situation ends well for a woman when a man is fucking being and acting like an animal around her. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't normally end well.
Yeah.
And now my daughters can justify in their head, well, my dad was like that. Right, so what's more fucked up was shit.
You think they think that, though?
They would. I think they would. Wouldn't you? Like, oh, if somebody's like, look, they never... Here.
They might think that.
You're a lady. You're a lady.
Yeah.
Telling your
I
friend,
don't know.
hey, that man is no good.
What age are your daughters again?
12 and 10.
Hopefully.
So that man is no good, right? You're a lady telling... And you're right. He is a piece of shit. He is no fucking good.
You think she was telling them that?
No, I think... No, here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying...
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. No, you're just mistaken.
I'm high.
I me too, man.
I'm trying to get the question.
Okay.
I'm just trying to understand to get the
So, if a girl has a boyfriend and he's abusive, fucking and a rage monster and a thug, and fucking takes, right?
I'll see that.
Okay, exactly. I was that guy.
Oh, you're.
I was that fucking guy.
Till 5 years ago.
Till 5 years ago. 5 years ago. But so I was that fucking guy.
Take from the girl.
Not even I provide, but it's like take emotionally, just fucking putting her through fucking misery, man. My wife's a fucking saint.
Putting her through 6 kisses.
Yeah. Well, in my defense, she came with a few when I met her, but if they're still mine, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, but like, I did a lot of foul shit, man, and like it's not all my business to. Is one of them things. It's not all my business to say it. My wife might not want me to put everything out there that fucking we've been through.
Exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? So what? Just look at it like that. You guys can read between the fucking lines.
I didn't even know what I asked you.
Yeah. So wait. So
Sorry.
read between the lines. That's the guy that's with your daughter.
Yeah.
You're telling her he's never gonna fucking change.
Yeah.
That guy's a piece of shit, right? Because normally how that situation ends is that girl gets hurt.
Yeah.
Or dead.
Yeah.
Or dead, right?
Yeah, could be.
But because I fucking changed,
that's what
I feel like I might have caused more fucking harm than good by changing. Because now they got it in the back of their mind, like, oh, if my dad can do it, he can do it. But he probably won't.
Oh, I see where you're going.
He probably won't do it because they don't.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't, and I don't know what the fuck happened to me, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was my grandma passing because she raised me, and I missed her. I wasn't there when she died, man. Like, she never got to see me be a good person, man. Like, even though I was running my own business,
dude, that's why you are a good person.
I was doing all that shit, man, and she never got to see me be that guy, dog. And so I just stopped. And my grandma was, like I said, she raised me like she was Baptist, but she wasn't technically Baptist. She just would read me the Bible. We didn't go to church. She would just read me the Bible and all that stuff, and she'd pray for me every night and stuff. And
I don't know if she had a conversation with God or they just took it upon themselves to bless me or whatever with a different heart and a different mind, but it just started to change, man. And then even this past 3 years, so like it changed for a couple years, and then fucking brother died, man. Yeah. It got bad again, but even through all the drinking and the drugging and shit, I never went back to how bad I was. You know what I mean? Like I was a bad dude, man. And you know what I'm saying? That's why if you don't believe that there's a higher power, then you're never gonna. Nobody's ever has the capacity for change, man. Like, because people are just people, and they change if they want to. Well, I feel like momentum's the hack, because that's why I started fighting again.
Okay, you want to talk about that? What do you? How did you get into that with your brother?
Initially,
yeah.
So I was watching. I was 18 or 19. I went to watch the Oscar De La Hoya Floyd Mayweather fight. The worst fucking boxing match I ever watched in my life. I was pissed. Yeah. I went over there hyped, and it was all baby rabbit punches, and they went to hold 10 or 12 or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. And I was disappointed in it, and I go home with my girlfriend at the time, and turn on the TV, and there's the WEC. It was just old now. The UFC bought them. It's cage fighting though, and I watched that, and I'm like, yo, this is a fucking fight, bro. Yeah. You know, I'm like, this is dope. And I was already a TKD kid, Taekwondo. I was a TKD kid. I used to.
Did you at least do that?
I did that when I was a kid. Yeah, when I was 6, I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle or Three Ninjas. Remember Three Ninjas?
Yeah.
That was
I don't know.
Tom, Rocky, Colt. No. How old are you?
I'm 50, dude.
So you're quite a bit older than me. It was like big. It was Three Ninjas was 3 brothers that were half Japanese. Their Japanese grandpa taught them martial arts, and then they ended up having to save their grandpa. It's like an adventure story for kids. I thought I was one of the characters in there. My grandma got tired of me breaking her furniture, kicking shit over at the house. You know, because I'm always
she signed you up for that.
Yeah, so she signed me up for Taekwondo. Come to find out, I'm fucking good at it. You know what I mean? Like, pretty damn good at it. I started getting golds. I started getting golds right off bat at like local shit, but when I went to nationals, I was even pulling silvers.
That's why you kicked that one big dude's ass with them crazy legs?
Yeah. But see,
so you're already pre-trained. You knew the
Yeah. I knew what was up. But and then you know, I hit my brother. Me and my brother were always.
So who
fighters.
started the
cage fighting?
Like cage fighting first?
He did. No. Okay, he started the training first. So I go to prison at 22. So I go to prison at 22. Me and my brother fucked around a little bit. I go to prison at 22. I get out at 24. Yoked. You know what I mean? Like big for me, not really big. But I come home and my brother is looking slim. You know what I mean? He's a big dude, 6'3", 6'2", 300 pounds. Big guy. He's looking fit. And I'm like, fuck you been up to? And he's like, I've been training. And I'm like, oh yeah? I'll still beat your ass. And so we put the gloves on, and right outside my mom's house, my first day out of prison, I'm at my mom's house. We're right on Westnedge Hill. If you're from Kalamazoo, we're on Westnedge Hill. Busiest street in Kalamazoo, Westnedge is. It's definitely 1, 2, or 3. It's got to be one Westnedge Hill. And we're out there throwing shit. And he just, boom, double legs me, puts me on the ground, gets on top of me, and puts me in an Americana. It's a shoulder lock. It pushes your arm back like this. And I go, I go, what the fuck was that, man? He's like, that's an Americana, bitch. And I'm like, what the fuck? I said, where'd you learn that? He goes, YouTube. Yeah. I said, get the fuck out of here. And him and his homeboys found it comical to train themselves off of Eddie Bravo's jiu-jitsu tutorials. Okay. And then go around and fucking jits people up. Pretty much. Like, we went to a pretty reputable gym. I won't say the name, but we went to a pretty reputable gym.
That you'll keep
up. Well, because I still fuck around.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fucking put their gym on blast. Well, because, you know,
there's some things you just
Well, do I really want beef with a gym full of trained fighters?
No.
Probably not. You know what I mean? Like
You can handle the comics.
Yeah. I'm cool, man. I don't want to fight some fucking monster. No, but so we go to the gym, and my brother is tapping like their purple belts. This is a thing. This is like if you know jiu-jitsu, like well.
Doesn't look like that.
No. So a white belt. Somebody who has no experience would never tap a purple belt. You just wouldn't. They're too good.
Yeah.
But my brother had been training himself for 2 years while I was in prison, and he knew like some crazy shit. Like I still don't know all the shit that he knew, man. He just knew some crazy shit, and he got taps out of like their higher belts, and they didn't like that shit. The belts did not. The teacher was impressed, but. The coach was impressed. The guys he was tapping were not that fucking impressed. So one day we're training, basically garage training. I'm stopping at the lab every once in a while, popping in. Shout out to Matt Shaw. I'm popping in and out of there like a real casual. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really into it. And then one day my brother's like, "Hey, I signed us up for a fight." And I go, "When is it?" He goes, 2 months. I go, "What?" He's like, "We're fighting. Let's go." So we train every day. I bike 30 miles with my kids in the car. I go check on my grow. Got a grow out in the Comstock area. So I take my bike, pedal out there with my 2 kids in the back, pedal back to where we train at, which we're basement training at, and then I go home. Train the whole time.
Yeah.
Come fight day. I had gotten to it with my old lady a week before. I was on drugs back then. Not on them, but I would go back to drugs. Like, I'd be like, "Oh, okay, I'm a tweaker. All right, fine, I'll go tweak then." You know what I'm saying? That was how I dealt with shit. Like, "Oh, I'll show you. I'll really show you how." You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's just stupid. It's not right. But, we get to I took the week off of training. I'm smoking cigarettes. I'm doing meth. I'm fucking everything, right? I finally come home. I crash for the night. And as I'm laying there sleeping, my girl at the time goes, "You know you got to fight tomorrow, right?" I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah. You've been gone for a week. You've got to fight tomorrow." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." So we get to the venue. And I'm walking around. I'm looking and shit, you know. I'm find my opponent. He's fucking this little yoked kid, dog. Fucking definitely trains more than me. And I'm walking around trying to get a feel for the place, and my brother goes, "I don't think I'm gonna fight tonight." I said, "What?" I said, "No, dude." I said, "You're gonna fight." He's like, "I'm not feeling it. I'm not gonna do it." And I'm like, "Well, we can't both back out, man." He's like, "Looks like you better get your ass the fuck in there then, because I ain't fighting tonight." And I'm like, "Fuck it, then. I'm gonna get in there and fight." And dude was a real good wrestler from the Dewajak Dog Pound, if y'all remember that. That's what it was called, the Dewajak Dog Pound. And we scrapped the first round. He wrestled me up. The second round ended up in mount. The round ended. He's punching me, and he's on top of me. It looks really bad, but he's not hurt. I got a hard head anyway, but I think maybe his arms were gassed because he's hitting me, and I'm covering up, and I'm barely feeling it. But you know that's a vulnerable position for a referee. They'll call a fight, and the ref comes down and he goes, "Hey man, you better start protecting yourself, or I'm gonna have to call this shit." And so I start fighting back like this because I can't. You know what I'm saying? End of the round, I'm halfway dead. I come out, and I've been catching him with a liver kick. Pow, throwing a liver kick, and I fake it because I know he's gonna be ready for it. I fake it. And I don't know what told me to throw it again, but he came rushing in because we were both dog tired. Like it was like whoever lands his next big blow wins. And I caught him right here, and he just like curled into the corner, and I rushed him, and I won the fight. But here's the fucked up part: is so we're in the bathroom, me and this guy. I'm throwing up, he's throwing up. I'm in the stall though. He's like at a urinal, and he goes, there's some fat ass motherfucker comes in there, man, out of shape. Goes, "Man, you should have did this, you should have did that, blah, blah, blah. Talking to the guy who just lost the fight. Me and him just had this fight, and I'm in the middle of throwing up, and I open the door. I'm like, why don't you get your bitch ass the fuck out there and do it? Since you got so much to fucking say. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, what the fuck are you doing coming in telling a fighter what he should be doing? Do you fucking fight? If you don't fucking fight, shut the fuck up. The only person who should be giving another fucking fighter advice is a fucking another goddamn fighter. That's it. It's a fighter getting advice should be from an ex-fighter. It's somebody who has fought before. You shouldn't be saying shit. But I ended up giving up on the shit because you weren't getting paid. I wasn't getting paid.
And still fighting, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. So at another fight,
stand-up comedy sounds a lot better.
Yeah, it does.
You're not going to get paid.
Yeah. So the second fight, or second fight or third fight, I can't remember. Anyways, on one of the fights,
these are all cage fights.
Cage fights. On one of the fights, I did TKD matches and shit.
With referees, official
referees, but they weren't official back then. These are the renegade days of Michigan MMA. You didn't have to be licensed, no blood work, no nothing. You just sign up. And
you gotta get all that shit done.
Nah, you do. Yeah, you got.
Unless you fight.
Huh?
Just to fight?
Yeah. You can't be giving people diseases and shit.
See, I'm still old school.
They just get in there.
Do you remember like Dan Silva and
Dan Severn,
Royce Gracie?
Dan Severn, Royce Gracie. Yeah. Ken Shamrock.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I remember those guys. I'm pretty sure they still needed blood work. Those guys did, but you're right. But yeah, for sure, man. You can't be bleeding all over people. No athletic commission would condone that shit.
Oh, that's right, because Tommy the Machine Gun Morrison, he got kicked out.
Tommy Morrison because he had HIV. But I'm at this fight, and it's a handicap match. You know what that is? It's where you agree to fight somebody bigger than you.
Oh, okay.
This is a street beefs type fight. Shout out to Street Beefs. I want to fight. I want to fight for Street Beefs. By the way, if anybody's got a connection, let me know.
Are these still running? Let me see what they think.
Are they still running?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll cut it after this. I'll just tell this story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm at this fight. I just got done fighting. My head's ringing. You know, I just been kicked to shit.
Fourth match, third match.
I can't remember. It
doesn't matter.
It's one of the last ones because I remember after I heard this, I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. So it's a handicap fight. The guys work at Mon and Hummel together. It's a factory down in Kalamazoo. They're beefed out. Fat kid, skinny kid. They're fighting. The big dude, throws one of these. And like spins around twice and falls, but he catches the dude. Right? Bow! The guy breaks his jaw. Right?
Oh, shit.
Breaks his jaw, he falls to the ground.
Yeah.
They're both out. Double knockout, technically. Because the big guy can't get up. You know why? Because he's having a heart attack.
Oh.
Okay, so I can't remember who's throwing this fight either. But I asked the promoter, because everybody's like, call an ambulance. You know what I mean? So I asked the promoter, like, you guys pay for that ambulance ride, right? And he was like, fuck no, dude. I'm like, what? And he's like, you signed the release, bro. And I'm like, so you're getting paid for me to shed blood, and you're not paying me any money, and if I get hurt, for you to get paid, you're not even going to cover my ambulance ride? I said, oh no, I'm good. I don't want to do this no more. And I think I took one fight after that or something. I might even backed out of it or something.
Had a grudge or two, yeah.
Yeah.
Settle real quick.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But
let one rematch go.
So I started doing good. I quit the smoking. I quit the drinking. I quit the smoking the cigarettes.
How long did you quit smoking there?
Well, technically, anytime I get drunk, I sneak one. But it's been like.
So you gotta. The trick there is.
It's been like 8 months since I've like smoked every day. Like, you know, smoked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I had like a pack a day.
No, I like a half a pack. Yeah, but because I share with my old lady though. You know, we shared cigarettes.
She smokes too.
Yeah, but that's what makes it hard. That's the hard part is if I'll be drinking when I do decide to drink I didn't stop drinking all the way. I stopped doing that fucking crazy. I'm drinking myself into oblivion. If anybody's seen me at Final Gravity, That's how I drink. I get fucked up.
Yeah.
In my defense, that was the anniversary of my brother's murder, but that's how I drink. I stopped drinking like that about 8 months ago, so that was the cigarette thing and all that stuff. But I just, I landed the comedy thing, I got the thumbs up for, and then I was like, what else would like be a homage, or honor to my bloodline? Or like I feel like you have to make an offering to the universe in order for you have to sacrifice something. I'm not sacrificing my kids like they told me in the Bible, but I'll sacrifice my blood. Like so I said, what do you do? Go get in the cage, take a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like something I didn't want to do. So I just signed up for a cage fight. I had 2 weeks, or a kickboxing match. Sorry, not cage fight, kickboxing match. But I had 2 weeks to train. 3.
Well, this was different though.
Yeah, this is recently. This just happened. You want to watch my fight
I
after
seen the
this?
video.
Yeah. So I only trained 2 weeks for that fight, and after 7 days, my coach, Ivory Joe, the best trainer in the world, my coach had me so burnt, smoked, that I couldn't train for the next 4 days. I didn't spar with one person. All I did was jog and hit the heavy bag for 8 days, 8 or 9 days, and then went and fought against somebody who trains all the time, and I still made it to the 3rd round. This time though, shout out to Aaron, and I got
Aaron ain't watching this.
Aaron, he's going to when you clip it and send it to him. That's what we're gonna
He's
do.
gonna turn off and he's
No,
gonna say,
listen,
this ain't nothing to do with me.
he might. That's why I didn't use his last name. But
all the Aaron's looking through the fucking.
But I'm actually training. I'm training.
You got another fight coming up?
Yeah, May
now?
4th.
I thought you're done with that.
We're going out May 4th, baby. One more
going
time.
back.
That's why I said the universe is weird, right? Serendipity, dog. My brother's birthday is Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
My fight's the day before.
Yeah.
So either I'm gonna get fucked up on his birthday, or I'm gonna fucking lay a motherfucker down for, you know.
Oh, you'll probably do that.
I'm not training to lose. I'm telling you that.
Oh,
I'm training to win this time. I'm just keeping it a fucking secret from people. I'm not posting. I'm not posting every day.
This is
You know how you're fighting homeboys do. You got fighting homeboys? You don't got friends that fucking have fought? Okay, anyway, all my friends are fighting homeboys. Anyway, I got comedy homeboys.
They were either in jail.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I got criminal friends, I've got comedian friend, I've got singer friend, all that shit. I got fighter friend. I got guys that'll stick you up for $50, and I got guys that are doing $1 million deals, right? You know, friends, not guys, friends. I can't just call these people for anything, but yeah, yeah. I was gonna say I'm training. What's that?
Associates.
Yeah. So I'm training with some good guys now. You know what I mean? I'm just not posting it every day.
You play like Rocky music?
Who, me?
Eye of the Tiger.
You want to hear the song I'm playing lately? On God, I'm gonna put him in the dirt. Woo-hoo! That's gonna be the song I open with every time.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Russ, man. I appreciate you having me out, man.
Hell yeah, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, man.
It was all night.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we can cut it now. It was 3 hours. This was a better one. P.O.S. Video Network on YouTube. It's gonna be me and a picture of my coach and a couple other people like this. That's the picture. That's me. It's a dead channel, kind of. I just started recently uploading.
Same here.
Yeah, I just started recently uploading some stuff. If you want to see the guy I was trying to be, go check out my old videos. It's a little weird. I'm like,
What's your other one?
what's
You
that?
got another channel?
No, that's it. P.O.S. Video Network. They're not getting my. I love 10 Cam. But I can't. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna be okay with some of the shit I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to get like weird and fucking deep into some shit. Like I said,
I thought you said you did a separate comedy.
Yeah. That's on Facebook. I don't want to compete with myself on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to compete with myself on YouTube, but I like the P.O.S. Video Network because it used to stand for piece of shit, but my brother, his record label was called Pursuit Productions, so I'm going to make mine when I go refile. It's gonna be Pursuit of Sanity instead of Piece of Shit. So I guess I'm not really a piece of shit no more. You know what I mean? Like everybody keeps telling me anyway. So. But yeah, man. Anytime you want me back out, man, let me know, bro.
Definitely, there's nothing about a piece of shit. I worked in the sewer department. Had the class for me, so nothing is a piece of shit I work with at all.
That's right, baby.
Whatever you think you are, brother, I know you're a good human being.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
And like I said, I believe the universe is going to change. And
oh, it's already there, man. I was going to say that, man, bro. I can feel this momentum. I don't know what it is. I'm just along for the ride. I'm on the wave, and I can feel it.
Oh, yeah,
I feel it. Something got me up this morning. I didn't want to get up. I feel like we got a great little community down there, man. I want to get up here. I want to get up here with a comedy tour. Hey, boss. Comedy tour. Holla at me, okay? Look, we got the comics. We got the comics. We're in Grand Rapids right now. You know what I'm saying?
Lansing.
Lansing, Toledo. Oh, you're fucking with me.
I've never been to Detroit. That's where I want to go.
You've never been to Detroit?
To do comedy? No.
Oh. Well.
Have you?
No, man. I've only been up here once. I've been in Kalamazoo my entire comedic career.
You just never did the sign ups?
I don't like to fucking ask people for spots, man. I'm nervous. I get
well,
weird.
You gotta sign up because they're just too packed now.
Yeah, I know.
Everywhere.
I know.
Yours is a special place.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think half of the comedy crew down there just is not going to do it.
Yeah.
Just because of who I am. And that's fine. I'm okay with that.
No, I think they don't. They don't want to go all the time.
No, I think that
there's a rotation.
I think that half the crew, so the people I just mentioned are not part of the crew I'm talking about. There's another half.
They've been doing longer.
Yeah, I just don't think they're going to come to mine. I just don't think they fuck with me like that. You know what I mean? This is what I feel. I don't know if it's real.
I think people, I'm finding, love stage time.
Yeah.
So you got something special. If they want to have stage time in front of people,
right?
And if you got people, which you are doing
yeah.
now, them will come.
Right? Yeah.
You'll get people from Detroit coming.
I actually got one from Detroit coming.
Yeah, especially if you do a tour that's in Lansing, you're definitely gonna.
Yeah, I can't. I really got to pitch this to them, man. I really got to pitch it to them because I pitched them this, and they're like, cool. And then I pitched them live music on Thursdays. They're like, cool.
Could you like?
I want to do the improv thing on like Sundays, since there's nothing on Sundays going on down there. But then Sundays a weird time. Oh, I think on Sunday I'd rather have like the brunch instead of like late night dinner, like the crowd. Yeah, like look for something like breakfasty or lunchy. I don't know. That's what I feel like the improv thing should be. But I got a boogie. I got to drive back home.
All right,
pick my wife up at 10.
Hell yeah!
I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Yep. You got enough footage, right?
Yeah. We'll see what we got here.
All right. I'm sure we got a good 40 at least. There we go.
Well, that's so holy shit.
That was probably the easiest conversation.